Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope all of you in a good condition, yeah. Okay, first let me introduce myself. My name is Shofawi Abdul Manan, name 196121170, class TBI 5E, from UIN Raden Surakarta. Okay, in this occasion I will give an explanation about gerund. In this gerund material, we will discuss about the definition of gerund. The second is the function of gerund, and the last is gerund verbs. Okay, first we will discuss about the definition of gerund. Gerund is verb ing that has a function as noun. Example: singing is my hobby. From verb sing plus ing becomes singing, which is not as verb but as noun. Another example is I don't like smoking. From word smoke plus ing become smoking, which is also not as verb but as noun. Okay, going to the next slide. That is the function of gerund. The first is as a subject, the second is as an object, the third is as a complement, the fourth is as a compound word, and the last is as a prohibition. The first is as a subject. Gerund can be a subject because it stands at front of sentence. Example: cooking is my favorite activity at home. Word cooking not to be a verb of sentence, but the subject of sentence, because it stands at front. And then the second example is brushing your teeth is important. Word brushing also not to be a verb of the sentence, but the subject of the sentence, because it stands at front. The second function is gerund as an object. Gerund can be an object because it stands after specific verbs. Before we going to the example of gerund as an object, first I will explain the specific verbs or gerund verbs. Gerund verbs. What is gerund verbs? So, when in the sentence contain one of these verbs, that is perfect dada feminine. P for postpone, E for exercise, R for risk, F for fancy, E for understand, K for keep, D for deny, A for admit, D for delay, A for avoid, F for finish, E for enjoy, M for mind, N for neglect, E for intent, and M for mean. Example: she enjoys reading a novel. There is the verb enjoys, which is included in the gerund verbs, and the next word must be the gerund, that is reading, which is the object of the sentence. The next example is he postponed making a decision. There is also a verb that is included in the gerund verbs, that is postponed, and the next word must be gerund, that is making, which is the object of the sentence. The next slide is gerund as a complement. Gerund can be a complement because it stands after to be. You guys already know about to be, yeah? There is am, is, are, and was, were. Example: his favorite sport is swimming. Before the word swimming, there is a to be is. So the function of the word swimming as the complement of the sentence. Another example is one of his duties is attending meetings. There is also to be is before the word attending, which is the word attending have a function as the complement of the sentence. Going to the next slide. That is gerund as a compound word. Gerund can be a compound word because it stands before noun. Example: the writing room is so hot. after the word writing, there is the word room as a noun, which means the word writing have a function as a compound, which explains the use of the word room. Another example is the smoking area is over there. The word smoking also functions as a compound, which explains the use of the word area. The next function is gerund as a prohibition. Gerund can be a prohibition because it stands after no. Example: no parking, no smoking, no speaking, and etc. Going to the next slide. As you can see, in this slide there is a practice. So let's practice together. The first step is change the verb become gerund, and then make a sentence. The first is verb watch. Watch plus ing become watching, and the sentence is watching the tips of English on the internet was my hobby. And the second is verb paint. Paint plus ing become painting, and then the sentence is painting on the wall is fun activity. And the third, the verb sleep. Sleep plus ing become sleeping, and then the sentence, her favorite activity is sleeping. The fourth, the verb shop. Shop plus ing become shopping, and then the sentence is there is no shopping bag. The fifth, the verb bake. Bake plus ing become baking, and then the sentence is she finished baking a beef. 6. The verb cook. Cook plus ing become cooking, and then the sentence is I finished cooking a bread. So that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. I hope this video is useful for you guys, and I apologize if there is a mistake. Thank you for watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.